Members on both sides of the aisle can be assured that this important bill has become a truly bipartisan effort built on extensive advice from the weather community. Mr. Bridenstine introduced a very well-intentioned bill that went a long way toward improving the tools available to NOAA for evaluating emerging forecast technologies. His emphasis on tornado research was appropriate and very helpful. At the subcommittee markup, Mr. Grayson added a beneficial amendment for a focused hurricane research program. This amendment, in the nature of a substitute, adds to the tools and programs of the original bill. Many experts told us that to improve weather forecasting, the research at OAR and the forecasting at NWS needed to be better coordinated and integrated. This amendment contains provisions to accomplish that. The amendment will provide for NOAA to use the Department of Defense model of integrating operational needs and research. We have language in this amendment that will more tightly align the research at OAR with the operational needs of the Weather Service. The amendment also includes incentives to open up NOAA to insights from the broader weather community. At every opportunity, we charge the agency to consult with the American weather industry and researchers as they develop research plans and undertake new initiatives. We also press NOAA to get serious about exploring private sector solutions to their data needs. We make clear that we expect this historical support for extramural research to continue even as research at OAR expands. The engine of weather forecasting innovation has not always been found within NOAA, but in the labs and research communities that work with NOAA. That must continue. The amendment establishes a new Federal Advisory Committee Act, or FACA committee, to provide ongoing advice about public sector innovations the Weather Service should consider adopting. The amendment establishes a visiting scholars program to let top academics work side by side with NWS forecasters. The FACA panel and the visiting scholars program replicate the continuous innovation that European meteorologists have experienced through their use of visiting researchers and outside advice. The amendment provides an explicit focus on tapping the expertise of social scientists in communicating risk and working in communities. Witnesses emphasize the importance of this work. The best forecasting skill and technology in the world won't be effective unless we deliver the messages to the public and they result in real action. As amended, the bill is designed to improve public safety, enhance the American economy, and transform the innovation culture at NOAA. I can assure members on my side of the aisle that we have addressed the issues that were brought up during the subcommittee markup. Weather research is strengthened, but not at the expense of other important work. During the committee process, we heard from witness after witness who stressed that weather forecasting involves many different scientific disciplines. This amendment reflects an understanding that we cannot choose one area of research at the expense of others without endangering the process as a whole. I ask my caucus colleagues to support this bipartisan amendment. I want to thank Chairman Smith and Ranking Member Johnson for giving us the support to work out a compromise. I want to thank Mr. Bridenstine for his willingness to work with us and consider changes to the original bill. And I particularly want to thank Chairman Stewart. All along, Mr. Stewart's attitude has been collaborative and constructive, and the result is a bipartisan bill that I hope will swiftly move to the floor and through the Senate. I know the Chairman shares with me a core belief that weather should not be a partisan issue and that the American public needs and deserves the best weather forecasting system we can provide. The majority staff, particularly Dan Byers, Clint Woods, and Taylor Jordan, worked hard on this and deserve the thanks of all the committee members. On our side, Dan Pearson and Andrea Jones spent countless hours working to move this effort forward, and I'm grateful for their tireless commitment on the issue. And I also want to give special thanks to Eric Fitch from my office for his hard work on this bill as well. The weather community deserves recognition for their generous and comprehensive advice as we worked toward this amendment and through the bill. Each side has made compromises along the way. It's not the bill my friends on this side of the aisle it's not the bill that my friends on the other side of the aisle started with, and it's not the bill that we would likely move were we in the majority. But it's a bill we can move together with broad support in the weather community, and it's a bill that will make measurable improvements in weather research and weather forecasting. And finally, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to include letters in the record from the American Commercial Space Weather Association, Planet IQ, the Weather Coalition, Geooptics, and 4 universities.
Okay.
And with that, Mr. Chairman,
without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.